Hi, it's Kelly Waters from Fit Minds and Bodies for That's Life Body Blast. Today I want to talk to you about cravings of food, emotional eating and food addiction. So if you have any food cravings when you go on a diet that sabotage you, if you're an emotional eater, binge eater, food addict, stress eater, nighttime eater, then listen up because this video is really important to helping you understand all of the issues that you have and why it sabotages you and how to stop fighting against it and how to work with it. So all of these issues have the same underlying reasons. And it starts with brain chemistry, the types of foods, your psychology or emotional attachment, and your body chemistry. But today we're only really going to focus on the brain chemistry and how to understand that a little better and to understand what's going on inside of you every time you put yourself on a diet or you have a binge. So let's use the example of going on a diet. So you take yourself off all of your foods that you normally do. And what that does is it allows your brain chemistry that you're elevating with those foods to drop. And as a result, you go into withdrawal, just like any other drug. Food is a drug for you, and you're using it to elevate, to get a high, to make yourself feel better, to get rid of pain, whatever it is. And as soon as you withdraw from that, then your brain chemistry drops, and you start to get all of the typical signs of a drug withdrawal. And when that happens, there's a time in your brain where no longer are you going to be able to control the cravings. Your brain chemistry actually takes you over and you become possessed or like a puppet on a string, because your addiction or the lower brain chemistry that you have needs to be elevated again. And what happens is it shuts down your thinking brain. And even though sometimes you feel like you're saying to yourself, you know you shouldn't be able to have that. You can't have that. Don't do that. And then you notice that your arm reaches for that. Or before you know it, you're in the drive-through and you're out again. And you've lost time. That is all part of your addiction taking you over, allowing you to be a puppet on a string to its effects. And once you eat the food, the chemicals in your brain elevate again. They get to the normal level that they need to be at, and they're satisfied. But they will tell you how long to eat for and how much to eat. Again, you're not in control of that, and that's why you binge. So it may be that sometimes you only need a little bit of food. Other times it might be this much food that will allow the brain chemistry to be satisfied. And once that's over, the part of your brain, the addiction, can quieten down and go to sleep. And then your frontal lobe comes into play again. And you look and you think, oh my God, what have I done? Then guilt, shame, embarrassment, all of that comes into play. And that's what really happens when you have an addiction, an emotional eating issue, a binge eating problem, is that every time you go off your foods, you're withdrawing from them and your brain chemistry is dropping. They have to elevate and they are in control of you until they elevate again. Now, food, unlike drugs, is a very complex thing because we don't only have just one type of food like cocaine and one type of brain chemical that interact. Food is complex. We have sugars, refined carbohydrates, fats, salts, all combined. And brain chemistry, we have a minimum of 3 major players. So it's the combination of these things when we have an emotional eat, a binge, or a food addiction that interact. So it's important that you don't fight against these things, that you don't go cold turkey, because every time you do, you're just intensifying this withdrawal, rebound, relapse, binge cycle. So in the next video, I'm going to teach you how to slowly change this cycle with effective tools and to manage these cycles better without constantly dropping your brain chemistry, going into withdrawal, and then your brain and addiction taking you over, feeling like a puppet on a string or feeling possessed, binging out of control, and then starting the whole cycle over again. So until next time, look out for the next video and we'll start managing this food addiction, emotional eating together.